Hey there viewers, it's Charlie on Mac again with another Transformers review. And today's review is going to be on Studio Series Devastation Optimus Prime. And quickly, just before I start, if you hear any background noise, I have my window open because my god, it is really hot today, and it was either record with the window open and just have some background noise, or record with it shut and just sweat the whole time. And yeah, so if you hear like children screaming, a motorcycle, or a bird screeching, my window's open. But anyway, here we have Devastation Prime. Just looking at the box. So of course, standard deluxe class packaging for a studio series nowadays. So of course, got Prime in both modes. And of course, he's from Devastation, shocker. But he's actually called Devastation Optimus Prime. Like, you think he'd just be called Optimus Prime, but no. So, okay. But yeah, it takes 21 steps to transform him. This side, we got another picture of Prime, and I can see them reusing this artwork. Like, if they ever re-release Commander Class Prime as a leader or something, I can see them reusing this artwork. This side, we just have more of the picture here. And the back of him in both modes. Says what he does in the game, because I guess this is technically a gamer edition. But we do have a picture of him in the game. So we got that. So yeah. And yeah, he does come with a matrix. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the box. And we're looking at the figure. So essentially, it's another deluxe class Optimus, which honestly I am all for, because I mean, it lets people get an Optimus Prime without having to sell their kiddies for the Commander class figure, because you know not everyone has that type of budget. Although there was a lot of discourse when this guy was first shown off a couple months ago. Like, a lot of people are saying that this truck looks really bad, which for me, honestly, I don't mind it. Like, there are some bits on it that look bad, but for me, this truck looks fine. As Devastation Prime, though, I mean, yeah, it doesn't really look like how he does in the game, but looking at it, well, we do have the cel-shaded windows, which is pretty cool. And of course, typical Prime front with the grille, got the little bumper here, the headlights. No white stripe, unfortunately, because I'm pretty sure he had that in the game in truck mode, if I remember correctly. And the artwork in the box had it. So, I don't know. But, well, still a passable truck mode from the front, at least. In the back, that is some grippers. I know he joke about Prime having visible feet, but bro, this is the bit that I hate about this truck mode. They don't even fold up. They're literally just like a claw or something. Like, I stand like that. I thought he'd stand like this as a joke just because they're claw shape, but still. That's an eyesore. That I hate. So, yeah, that's the one thing I don't like about this, because you can even see the headlights, or the taillights there. I'm getting my truck stuff mixed up, but we can see the taillights here as well. It's just the feet get in the way, and they shadow them. So, yeah. Sort of crappy, but oh well. But moving on, the head's just visible right there, but oh well. And we do have a trailer hitch, because in the game he did come with a trailer, but here that's not the case, because he'd have to be like a Voyager otherwise. I'm sure like Earthrise Prime's trailer would work, but yeah, he just doesn't come with a trailer. He does have pin wheels though, so yep, he rolls really well. Like, dude, that was beautiful. He's even drifting. But yeah, he rolls really well. So yeah, there's not really a sign of a gas canister there, but I guess there's a weapon port if you want to plug in something. And the bottom is pretty clean. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the truck mode. Overall, like, my biggest gripe is the feet just sticking out the back, but other than that, I kind of like this truck mode. Yeah, it's kind of messy around the back, as I said, and it's not accurate to Devastation, honestly, but still pretty good budget Optimus. Like, if anything, this is pretty much a budget Studio Series 86, in my opinion. But anyway, let's move on to the accessories. Starting off, these technically count, I guess, because they're packaged separately in box. I don't know what the deal is with Prime having these as guns nowadays, but that is a thing that you can do. But yeah, once they're in, you're never going to remove them, so. But for the main accessory, well, we got the axe, which, what is that sticking out of it? Okay, so the axe is meant to be like in a swooshing motion, but honestly, it makes it look kind of tacky. Like, it just makes it look like he's got, like, sonic quills or something. Like, come on. It just looks like supersonic with the colors. So, yeah, I don't like the swooshy effect on that. But anyway, for storage, we just have this little port right here. Yeah, it doesn't plug into the trailer hitch. It plugs onto this bit right here. So I can get that lined up. So this just goes on like so. Like some kind of, I don't know, but there you go. Storage. Yeah, not the best accessory, to be honest. I feel like the Legacy G1 Prime did it way better. And speaking of, here he is with that Legacy Prime. So, here we have two Deluxe Class Primes, and honestly, I do prefer this one. This one is cool, but yeah, this one is definitely better. But I guess we have Budget Studio Series, like Budget Commander Class, and Budget Missing Link. So hey, if you can't afford those two, then these guys are an option. Right? But we can see that this guy stores the axe way better, in my opinion. But this guy has better head storage too, because it's actually fully like stored. The feet hide away way better. There's actually a gas canister right there. Even has the white stripe. So yeah. And of course, as I said, this is pretty much a budget Studio Series 86 Prime, so let's put him with Studio Series 86 Prime. So we can see how these guys look together, and dude, it's like night and day. Like, obviously, this guy looks amazing. Like, couple of caveats, but this guy just looks really good in both modes, whereas with this guy, yeah, like this guy's missing the stripe because he barely had it in truck mode in the show. But well, yeah, there you go. So that's pretty much it for the comparisons. Let's just get this guy transformed. So, the transformation on this guy is, I mean, it's a typical Optimus Prime transformation, so I'm just going to start off by taking the back wheels, just folding them upwards, so it's behind the wheels, taking these side bits, and then just folding them around where the wheels used to be. Then we're just going to take these side bits, And of course, do the typical Optimus Prime arm transformation. So if I can actually get these out. It helps if you move this bumper down as well to get things out of the way. There we go. So of course, get the forearm out, then get the entire shoulder out, and get the hand out. So we'll just do the same here. Just move the legs down, pushing the grill to these little side bits here. You just fold around to the front, then turn the entire waist around, open up the feet, take the trailer hitch, and that folds into the leg. And of course, now we're nearly there. Fold around the head, spin it around, and finally take the front wheels and then just move them up. So we got, I guess, a new version of Earthrider's wheel cheeks. And here we have Prime in robot mode. And, I mean, that's definitely a deluxe class Optimus. But, yeah, again, this doesn't really look like how he does in Devastation. I mean, yeah, he's got the cel-shaded windows, but I'm pretty sure in the game the entire thing was cel-shaded. Whereas with here, it just looks like an Optimus Prime that you get for, like, 25 quid. Because that's the case. But, hey, as I've said, if you can't afford Studio Series 86, then this is I guess this is a good option. You know, I see this as a budget Optimus, but still, looking at it, they should just called it like, they should just said that this is from the movie and put it at a deluxe class price point as like a, like, you know, budget Prime or something. But anyway. So yeah, of course, you can see the wheels are there. These are kind of hollow looking, but eh. And of course, the head, standard Prime head, which that actually looks pretty good. I'll give it that. And I guess we should talk about the accessories, which, yeah, we do have this. And I don't see a way to store it in robot mode. Although, I guess there's these slits on the legs, so maybe no. So I don't see a way to store it in robot mode. But before we get to the axe, let's talk about the main thing. So of course we can open up his titties. This one's being stubborn. And we got the Matrix. Because every Optimus Prime has to come off a Matrix now. And trying to get this thing out, because this is actually very tightly in there. There we go. It's best to just push that on one side. And this one's not even painted. So, yeah. But now what we can do is we can just hold his arms out. And what this does is it just slots into his hands. So if we can just try and get this into his other hand. There we go. So something like that. So if you want to do that, then there you go. It's kind of like TF1 Optimus. But yeah, I just keep that in his chest at all times. So just trying to get this back in. And let's actually give him the axe, because, yeah, it doesn't come with a gun. And that just slots in the hand like so. So now he can like slash at people. Like, for example, that blue bird unlocking the weird ramjet redeco that we're getting. Which I might get, you know, why not? Especially because the runabout mold hasn't been used in a couple of years. But yeah, it just looks kind of weird with that weird swooshing effect. So yeah, there's not really any way to put like blast effects on him. So I guess let's just put him with some other primes. So let's put him with the other Deluxe Prime. And he's actually a bit taller. Like, pretty much a head taller than G1 Legacy Optimus Prime. So, yeah. So we got that going on. So now you can pick which Deluxe Prime that you want. Let's put with the... Well, obviously I'm pretty sure most people are going to compare him with this guy. So here we have Commander Prime. And yeah, this guy definitely does look better. Well, this guy does have the real grill instead of a false one, so I guess there's that, but still. I guess there's less back kibble. But I guess he makes up for that with the wheel cheeks. But, And finally, why not? Some random Rescue Box Prime that I bought at a charity shop for like £4 yesterday, as of the time of recording. Yeah. I just wanted to show this off because it's hilarious. So, yeah. So, obviously, this figure is kind of but if you don't have the budget for Studio Series, then, well, if you don't have the budget for Studio Series 86, then this is still pretty good, but how does it pose? Well, for the head, I just realized I didn't have the head in probably the whole time. But the head, well, it kind of look both ways. Can kind of look up and down. Arms can move, like so. You can T-pose, but trigger-happy shoulders. Oh, damn it. Anyway, elbows are about 90 degrees. Bicep rotation. Wrists can't really do anything, although they can go inwards for the transformation if you want that. Waist can rotate. You can kick forwards. Kick back about that far. Knees about that far. Swivel at the knee. Yeah, just at the knee. There's nothing at the thigh. You can do the splits. And a really good ankle pivot. So there's that. And of course, the feet can close up for the transformation. So, yeah, pretty poseable. You can probably get them into the jumping pose from the movie. I don't know. But yeah, pretty poseable. And I'm sure there's like a little port that you can plug into a stand if you want to replicate poses from the game, you know. Because in the game, like, you do a lot of like jumping slashes as Prime, so yeah. But anyway, that's pretty much all I've got to say about this guy. Complaints? Honestly, the feet in the vehicle mode is an eyesore. That's one thing I don't like. Another thing I don't like is trying to get the arms transformed, because, well, if I try and transform this, like, this often gets in the way when trying to transform the arms, which is kind of fiddly. And also, I don't like the weapon. Like, if it was the axe by itself without the weird swooshing effect, then yeah, I'd be fine with that. And also, it doesn't really look like Devastation Prime. It looks more like if they just tried to do Optimus Prime at the deluxe price point, which Well, as a Deluxe Class Prime, it's okay, it's fine. But as a Devastation Optimus Prime, it's not really. But honestly, would I recommend it? Well, if you have, like, say, Commander Class Prime, then I would say maybe not, because this guy is definitely way better. But if you don't have the budget for Commander Class Optimus Prime, like, say you can only get, like, Deluxe or Voyager figures, I would say, yeah, go ahead, because at least this is still a decent Optimus Prime, in my opinion. There are people saying that this is absolute doo-doo feces, but for me, I don't mind it. Like, I do like it. I just don't think it's the best Prime out there. I just think it's a good budget Prime for those who can't afford, like, the more expensive ones, like the Commander class, for example. So, if you can't afford, like, Commander class Prime, for example, then, yeah, this is a good substitute. Or you can get this. It's really up to you. But if you really want this guy and you can't afford, like, the more expensive Primes, then, yeah, this is a good, like, substitute for it. So, yeah. So, this has been my review on Studio Series Devastation Optimus Prime. And this is Charlie Young, signing off.